So what is the key to consistency?
You with Talkin Two today?
Yes, sir, you are. And that's what we're talking about. What is the key to consistency?
What is the key?
So I think the key to consistency is not getting burnout.
Not getting burnout?
Yeah, because, if you're consistent and you're not seeing no type of fruits of your labor, right? And then literally you'll be like, what the heck am I even working for? You will stop working altogether.
Yeah, because you get discouraged, right?
For sure, yeah.
So, first of all, let me just point this out. I know I'm sitting on this couch looking like a bear, but I'm a
big old bear. A big old snuggly wuggly.
I'm a warm bear, so
you
I'm
warm?
all right.
You warm.
So,
yeah.
But just had to throw that out just in case,
Yeah.
I'm very much aware.
You're comfortable. It's nothing wrong with being comfortable.
Much aware that I'm looking like a bear.
Chill.
You like how I said that?
Yeah, you was rhyming.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to put that on track.
All right. So now.
Feel me?
Now back to the consistency of it. So the key is to avoid burnout.
For sure. Any way possible. Even if you have to, what?
In today's digital world.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be consistent or you just get drowned out.
Oh, yeah. If you're not consistent, okay, let's break it down first. Let's say your favorite show, right? Your favorite show that you're watching on Netflix, Hulu, whatever provider that you watch your shows on. Okay, well, whatever. YouTube.
Cable? They still got it?
Don't talk about the cable company. But anyways, your favorite show, right? Let's say that, you watch a season, you watch it or whatever, and then, let's say that they just stop releasing new episodes, right? Eventually, you're going to look at a different episode, right? You're going to look for a different show. Look for a different show because, you're waiting. You need something to watch, you know what I mean? So, and then being consistent, if that show kept on being consistent, they would keep that audience engaged, you know what I mean?
Right.
But, and then, and you have to think about when these shows or these artists or these whatever, these actors or whatever come back after not being consistent, and then they're kind of looked down upon. They look like, they're trying to get their groove. Stella's trying to get her groove back and stuff, you know what I mean? They're not as appreciated as much as
the one-hit wonders.
Yeah, they're not as appreciated as they used to be. They're like look at this person trying. You're trying. You're not just it no more. You're not the it factor. You're trying to be it. So, that even is a bigger hit to your consistency because now you're trying to actually go against the grain. Like, oh, I'm not trying to be it. I am it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you just kept being consistent, like, for example, let's use, I would use some real artists, like, Drake been consistent, Chris Brown been consistent. All these people, those two artists has been real consistent, but other artists that came out at the same time as them, I'm not going to name those artists that I'm thinking of, but no shade over here.
Nobody came to my mind, so you got the floor.
Artists that came out at the same time as them is looked down upon when they're trying to make a comeback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the artists that was consistent the whole time is really like killing it, still killing it, consistent. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think that the main thing of being consistent is not getting burned out. Burnout.
So how do you think how do you avoid burnout though? Like, what do you have to do without getting put at the bottom of the list, because the way the world is, the way the digital world is, we got all these platforms, and how do you stay consistent on all of them? Because it's like you just can't do one. Like, even though they say just focus on one, but we know in reality,
no, that's not it.
You have to spread yourself abroad the whole entire thing.
Yeah. So I think that you have to be like the Facebook of social media. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is Facebook is no joke. Like, people might look down on Facebook, but they're real good at what they do, business wise. And what I mean by that is that they own Instagram, they own WhatsApp and all this, They try to acquire Snapchat at one time. And then since Snapchat didn't give in, you know what they did? They duplicated what Snapchat was giving. Stories, that came from Snapchat. And then since Snapchat didn't sell, they're like, oh, we're going to make our own version of stories. You know what I mean? And then TikTok came out. And then now everybody doing reels and shorts and everything. You know what I mean? But TikTok was doing it first, or Musical.ly even. If we go even far back. If we even go further back than that, Vine was doing it before all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it was working. It was working out. I don't know why Vine really shut down. I didn't really do the research for that. But regardless of the fact, I know a lot of people made their first waves off of Vine. You know what I mean? And then this platform was working out, and then Facebook duplicated that and put it onto their own platform. And it's even one more thing that just came out. I forgot, it was something called like Now that you take a picture of what you're doing right then and there, or the video of what you're doing right. They even did that too. You know what I mean? I think TikTok did it as well. But somebody did it first, but TikTok did it too. My point being is that being current, you know, keeping up with what's going on. You either do it first or you know how to adapt to the change. You know what I mean? A lot of people can't do that. You know, a lot of people is stuck in their ways. They're traditionalized. Like, you know what I mean? They're stuck at what they like. And, you know, think about it like this. Like, you know, the old generation, old school people, you know, when new songs come out about, oh yeah, you know, that music, I can't do that music, you know what I mean? And
y'all know.
Yeah, they're stuck in their ways, and you know what I mean? And then these newer kids and these newer generations that is having this new upcoming music, they can keep up with them, you know what I mean? Yeah. They have their old audience already down packed, but they can gain the new audience as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you start getting faded in the background.
Yes, you start fading in the background. You have your core audience members that's going to stick with you and still rock with you no matter what. Remember the music and the nostalgia of what you brung back when they was young. And then you have this new generation that don't even know nothing about you at all. I think that people don't have the Michael Jackson effect. It's hard to get that Michael Jackson effect. Like, you know, kids nowadays still know about Michael Jackson, and he's been going even after they was born. You know what I mean? The Michael Jackson, that legendariness that he has, Michael Jackson was able to dominate that area for sure. And I think that a lot of people can't do what he done and stuff. Michael Jackson is a legend. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people just stuck in their ways. Michael Jackson just kept on improving. He just kept on going.
Moving with the time.
Yeah, for sure. So not getting burnout is, and I'm pretty sure that it's really hard to kind of stick with that. You know what I mean? Because you're so comfortable and used to this. You got to kind of be edgy at all times. You know, you got to either bring something new or you got to kind of remix something that's already here. Some way or somehow. You know what I mean? Yeah. So not getting burnout and being consistent is being proactive, knowing how to adjust and knowing how to like not blend, like stand out. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like stand out, but knowing how to be a part of. You know, but not blending in though.
So knowing how to adapt.
Yeah,
stand
adjust
out at the same time.
Yeah. You adapt. So let's say that you're in a jungle and stuff like that. You know how to survive the jungle, but you don't have to be the prey. You can be the lion. You can be above the food chain. But you have to know it's hard. You know, it's easy for me to say these words, but actually actively doing it is the hard part. Obviously.
It takes a lot of effort.
For sure. And this takes a lot of patience and a lot of fails, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of fails.
Yeah, and then you just keep moving, you know what I mean?
So do you think that consistency will help a lot if you had a team off the back? Like, should, you know, because in the digital world, you kind of start off by yourself. Yeah. You know, versus having already a team that's kind of there for you. Like, you know, when you become like an artist or whatever, you automatically get managers and these type of things. But with social media and digital content creators, they don't start off with that.
Of course.
You know, they don't start off with that.
You are the team in the beginning. Like
you are everything.
We're being honest with ourselves. We're being logical. We're not. Yeah, of course, if you had a team, a whole bunch of people around the table literally pitching ideas and coming up with all these things, of course, it's going to be easier to work out because you have different minds, you know, in this one pool, one pool putting all these ideas together. So, of course, that would work out if you guys are all working towards this one goal. But in the beginning, most of the time, you are all these people. Yes. You have to have all these hats on.
You're all the people, as well as you're creating your own production.
For sure, your own brand.
Your own brand. You know, you're getting your own equipment. Like, you know, you're figuring out. I can use my phone. Like you're starting off with all these by yourself. Yeah. And you have to grow from there by yourself while staying consistent. While experiencing
for sure
burnout.
For sure, you're gonna experience burnout, but you have to fight through it. For sure.
Yeah.
So I think that really how you be consistent is that you have to go against the burnout because you're gonna get it. You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel like, you know, like what's the reason of us all. You're gonna see like the results is not stacking up to the amount of efforts that you're putting in. All that is gonna happen. You know what I mean? But you just have to fight against it, really. And you just keep putting it out. Just keep going anyways. You know, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's really hard.
Do you think do you think it's more of a struggle to stay consistent for people who kind of have 9 to 5s and families already versus people that's kind of just out of high school? Or,
I think that it's hard in the way of you have more things to juggle. But I think that if it's something that you really want to do, you will find time for what you really want to do. I think that it's not really an excuse. I wouldn't call it an excuse, but I think that it's priorities. What are you prioritizing it? Like, yes, you have to prioritize in your life and working and paying for the things to sustain your life for sure. Mm-hmm. But now, on the other hand, if you really want this other thing, you have to also prioritize that. You got to somehow make time for that too. Mm-hmm. Even if you got to do it on your off days, or if you got to do it in shifts, or you got to do it like, on your lunch break, what I mean? Do something, take your phone out, record something, whatever, write something. If you're an artist, whatever, you got to make time for what you really want to do, because at the end of the day, you're only making excuses for yourself for not getting it done. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that your excuse is not valid. I'm just saying that you have to also make a valid reason of why you have to do it anyways. That's what I think.
That's a valid thing.
Yeah, but
valid thought.
But it's really hard. I'm not saying this lightheartedly, really.
No, I know. Like, it's serious because, like, a lot of people do want to be content creators in the digital world. Like, the shift is from 9 to 5 is going more into entrepreneurship.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is a entrepreneurship. Like, sure. This is not a 9 to 5. It's like a 24-hour thing, So to start it up is like always starting up a new company. Yes. And then I was thinking about, like, as far as the different social medias, TikTok, it's like starting up a whole new company once again. Mm-hmm. Instagram, starting up a whole new company again with your content and trying to figure out how can you engage this audience on here. Because you got to think about YouTube, you can do long videos, right? Yeah. TikTok, the attention span is not that long. Mm-hmm. What is it? 5 seconds, 15
I think that
seconds, 60 seconds.
Yeah, 15, 60 seconds.
So, with those things, it's like you're reaching people with a smaller attention span, shorter attention span.
It's like a quick burst of
entertainment
versus like a whole plot and all that. It's just like it's a burst. That's what I would say. I would say it was a burst of it.
So how do you find the audience though? Because your audience changes.
See, that's the thing. Like, I don't really think that you find your audience. I think that your audience finds you. I think that you could find your audience in a way of if you know who you're trying to target. If you know who you're trying to target or what type of demographic you're trying to target. Like, are you trying to target people that's interested in this? Is that a younger demographic? Is that an older demographic? Like you could do that. But at the end of the day, they choose the content that they want to watch. These everybody always blame the algorithm of these platforms, but the platform is just going towards the retention of the people that's on their platform, because their goal and their job is to keep you there as long as possible. So if you're making something that's able to keep them attentive to this, and then they're going to push it out to other people that might be interested in the similar topic. So at that time, it's not you finding the audience, it's your audience finding you. But if you know certain things that this demographic is going to like, that if that's the truth and the algorithm agrees with that, the algorithm is going to shoot your content to that demographic that you're aiming for. But then at that time, now you have to be able to retain their attention. You know what I mean? You have to be able to hold that attention for them to keep sending more to that. And that's the hardest part, is trying to figure out to fight through it, even though you're not really getting the numbers. You put in all these work and all this effort into something, and then you don't get the retention that you think that you deserve. And I think that the algorithm is still trying to fill you out. So the more information that the algorithm have to actually target, the more easier it will be for them to find people that's interested in your information that you're putting out. So I think that's why you have to be consistent, and you have to just fight through it, because you keep doing it, and eventually you'll see your numbers grow slowly but surely, and then eventually you will have this fan base that really loves your content.
So do you think that you know, because a long time like ago,
Okay.
it's like put out one video a week, and then now you see it 2 video a week, and then you see now it's going 3 videos a week, and now you know it's going to get to the point where you're going to have to put out a video 7 days a week.
You know, it's so many it's so many answers to that, really. Like, you know what I mean? And I watch a lot of people videos, and I heard a lot of people podcasts, and I read a lot of articles about so many different answers of that question, like how many videos should I put out, or how much of this should I put out. And honestly, it is different answers. You know, some people would say that is quality over quantity, which is true. But and then I also seen people that put a lot of effort, a lot of time, and a lot of finances into their content, and then get literally nothing. But and then they make a 5-second video, say, "Hey, what's up?" And then that gets all the rage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I honestly think it's a mixture of both. You know what I mean? I think it's great content and stuff like that, quality content, but also the quantity actually is relevant too. Because if you're making great content, like I think that when you're making quality content, I think that it really matters more when you already have that fan base, and now you're just trying to push the envelope. Yeah. And just make great things and stuff that's never been done, or something really, really exciting and entertaining for these people that already loves you. But then when you're small, I think that you're just trying to find out who even likes you in the first place. You just need to do something. Something is better than nothing. That's how I feel.
Yeah, something is better than nothing. But at the same time, it's like, it's always the trying to figure out, okay, how many videos, how many, you know, shorts, how many reels should I be doing to even consider it consistent? Like, I think that's what is consistent, like, you know, in today, like, what is that?
I really think that it's like, I only could go off of, you know, because I can't really answer the question for my own personal preference, because then I could say some nice things like, oh yeah, you know, as long as you're doing something, like, that's not true though. I think that the more information that you have that you're putting out, the more likely it is for people to find you. You know what I mean? You are in a sea of a lot of other content. You know what I mean? So out of all these billions and billions of videos or songs or whatever it could be or whatever like that, you're fighting for this person to actually watch you or hear you over hearing all these other people. So I think that the more numbers that you have out there, the more likely that they will find you over finding this other person and stuff like that. But at that time, when they do find you, you have to be able to retain this person, like make them remember you somehow, and make them want to watch more of you. You know, make them want, like, oh dang, that was funny, that was interesting, that sounded amazing and stuff. I want to, who is this person? Like, I don't really just care about this song. I don't just care about what he was talking about. I care about him. Like he's a dope person. Like, his music is dope. It makes me feel good. Or his content was like really invigorating. I want to watch more of it. You know what I mean? I want to read more of this person's book.
Yeah.
So I think it's more of, after you actually do get somebody, because even if you got one person, even if one person actually listens to you, watch you, hear you, read your content, whatever, if you was able to retain this person and this person go home and tell other people about you, you don't just got one person, you got their family as well. And if their family watches you and they feel the same way that this person feel, and then now you got their friends and their family, you know what I mean? So the reason of putting out content and then trying to retain these people, you have to put out something that's interesting as well, you know what I mean? So I'm not just saying just put out a whole bunch of stuff in this trash and garbage. I'm saying that put out something that could, you think that it will retain somebody that actually do find it. Make them want to pick this up and see what this is about. You know what I mean? That's what I really think. And I think that people really fight against, like, should I put out more? Should I put out better? Like, yeah, like, you know, if somebody finds you and stuff like that, what if they find you, right? And this is the only video you have because you put all your time and effort and money inside this one video. They found you, they watched this video, they listened to the song, they watched this music video, and then now they're looking for more, but they have nothing else to find. Yeah. What you have now? You know what I mean? What do you have now?
I think the content is important too as well, because you lose an audience when you shift content.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Like it's happening, you know? So it's like, that's even a thought when you're trying to continue to grow and stuff and keep building and stuff. And then sometimes you lose your previous audience that you had because you took a shift in content, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So now is it like, how do you, you know, it's complicated at that point, because there's been times when I've watched somebody, you know, and then all of a sudden they're like, they don't do this no more. And it's like,
okay,
I just lost you know.
I think that goes for like people that literally was doing something to retain. So they was doing this because they wasn't in level with what they was doing. They just thought this was going to be interesting. Or they do this and they figure out like they loved it at this moment, but they want to try something different. It's a lot of things that go into that. And then you have these hardcore fans that is going to rock with you regardless of what you do. And you also have people that is only rocking with you because they're interested in what you're doing, what you was doing that they was interested in. You know what I mean? Like if I was watching somebody video and they said, I'm only doing music now. And then I'm like, and I'm not interested in the type of music that they're watching. And, you know, I'm just not interested. And you kind of lost me there. Like I love when you was making content, video content, but your music didn't like retain my interest. But then now you're working on a new demographic. You know what I mean? You're working on a new audience, you know, and you have some people that's going to rock with you no matter what you do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dang, this guy is so funny. His music's so good. You know what I mean? So it's nothing wrong with kind of changing your pace and going somewhere else. But I think that it comes with the territory of what people's interested in for you. I mean, with you in the first place, you know what I mean? You just can't win it all. You know, people is interested in certain things. You can't just, you know, oh dang! If you're only making content to keep this person interest, and then you will never kind of evolve. You will never kind of like mature in your craft. I think that you have to be okay with like, yes, I love you. I love what I was doing for you, but and you're transparent most of the time. Most people say they come out with a video or they come out with some type of a PSA. You know what I mean? Public announcement, and let them know like, oh, I'm going to try this now. You know what I mean? If you still want to rock with me and this is what I'm going to be doing, I'm sorry for everybody that was interested in this. But if you feel like you're stuck in what you're doing because of that, and then, you know, you're going to be miserable and you're going to get burnout at the end of the day. See, and then that's when you get burnout again. That's the whole point. Like, you don't want that. You know, you have to mature. I mean, you have to evolve. You have to evolve with your emotions, and you have to evolve with what you're doing. You know what I mean? Everything doesn't stay the same. You mature. Things change.
Things do change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a lot of good food for thought.
For sure.
Like, you know, for all the people who are trying to reach this type of, you know, career of entrepreneurship with content creating. You know, because there's a lot of people you hear say, oh, what do you want to do? I want to be a YouTuber. You know, oh, what do you want to do? I want to be a this, you know, and it's all kind of in the digital world right now. So, but it's not easy.
You got to be in love with what you're doing.
That's a key factor.
You don't have to be in love, but I'm just saying, if you want to be
in love with it.
If you want to be consistent with it, I think that being in love with what you're doing makes it a lot easier. I could say that. Be in love with what you're doing if you want to be consistent with it. If you love what you're doing, you don't care if you're doing it for free at that point. You know what I mean? Like, you just enjoy it, and you will just appreciate the fact that if somebody is even in love with what you're doing just as much as you are, because you love what you're doing anyways. You know what I mean? But if you hate what you're doing, you're only doing it for that engagement, you're going to get burned out because you don't even like it.
Burnout, you're going to get discouraged.
Yeah, you don't even like what you're doing.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of negative feelings from that because you're not doing it for you at that moment. You know,
you got to do it for you and your fans and your audience, the people that's interested in what you're creating. Because if you're just doing it for them, and you'll get burned out. If you're just doing it for you, and then that's great and everything, but you have to be okay with if the people that you're trying to reach is not really interested in it too. You have to have like a mixture of them both.
Balance.
Yeah, balance. Thank you. That's a better word.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it, guys.
Yeah.
You have a full.
Yeah.
A full. I don't even know if he took a breath, but
man, I was talking a lot, dude.
But that was good. Like, you know, that was some much needed information.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I hope he was able to retain all that. That was a lot of words.
That was a lot of words. You know, I was focused though. I was focused. I don't think I learned nothing. But
you didn't learn nothing. Oh no!
But I think I know that's whoever listened and wants to start a journey as far as, content creating. I think.
So why didn't you learn anything? Because I already told you before.
You ain't tell me that. That's sincere. I was really into it. I'm like, okay.
So why didn't you learn nothing?
I don't know why I didn't learn nothing. I don't know. I don't know.
What the hell?
You wanted me to learn something?
Well, I hope somebody learned something out there. What the heck?
I did. I was just taking it in for, but I guess I learned something.
Whoa. Okay.
You wanted to teach me?
No, I wanted to teach somebody. Somebody better learn after all those words and all that.
I think
heart and soul and so that.
I think somebody did learn. Like, I think someone out there, I think one of you guys will take it for sure.
You're crazy. Again, you're crazy. Like,
why? Like, I think I would just, this is the information. Like, you had the information. Like,
so did you learn something? Disappointment.
I can learn something.
Nah,
I did learn something.
Don't say that.
I did learn something. I did learn. You said burnout. I learned something from you. You said that the key to consistent is avoiding burnout.
Yes, that's my opinion.
Yeah, that was your opinion.
Yes.
Like, was I thinking about that? No. Like, my reason, I think the key to consistency is just avoiding all the negativity and just really trying your best not to get discouraged. So
I see.
Just really keep pressing on for the actual goal that you're trying to reach. I think that's what, how to stay consistent is making a goal and like being determined to kind of reach the goal.
Determination.
Yeah.
I think determination is not enough. It's just like motivation is not enough. Determination, motivation is not enough to continue.
You don't think so?
Because you can't have motivation.
And personal interest?
I think perseverance.
Oh.
Perseverance. Determination, you could still fall off. Motivation, you can still fall off, but persevering, even though you want to fall off or you feel like you're falling off, is really like all those things together. Persevere. Yeah.
Persevere.
Yeah, persevere.
Persevere.
Yeah, perseverance.
Okay. All right. Look at you. Okay.
Yeah.
You got some more words?
Well, I'm gonna my vocabulary. You trying to exhaust my whole vocabulary?
I'm not trying to exhaust you. I'm just saying, like, you're speaking some good stuff. So, like, these are questions and things that I'm pretty sure, that every majority of people that want to start something like this will have that thought, how can I do this? How can I stay consistent? Man, it's not easy, and just to know that it's not just them, feeling that type of way, or it's not just something that it just looks so easy once you just get on some, a platform and just see people doing things. But it is something that you have to, you have to.
Yeah, no, their job is to make it look easy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
If somebody can make something look easy, they're doing their job.
They're doing their job, yes, for sure.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, majority of us just get the outer appearance already. We don't get the inside scoop of all the things that go into making it look easy.
Yeah, no, you just get the finished product.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So you shared a little bit of that inside scoop today.
Well, hope you guys learned something today. Hope you guys learned something today. Yeah.
I got to give you a hard time.
All the time.
That's just what it's going to be. I always got to give you a hard time.
I'm a persevere.
I can't make it easy for you.
I'm motivated and I'm determined.
I'm everyone else can supposed to make it easy. I'm the one that's supposed to give you a challenge.
That's okay. It's okay. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I do, for real.
I help you.
I appreciate it. I'm just saying. All right, you guys. Well, hopefully you guys learned something today. And if you did learn something, and if you're listening to us on a podcast and stuff, I appreciate you guys. But if you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, and any of those places, you can always like, comment, and subscribe.
Definitely. And leave your comments below. Let us know how you feel. Let us know what you do, what you believe is the key to consistency.
For sure.
And let us know if you learned something.
Yeah, let us know if you learned something. I need this motivation, determined. I need it. I need that.
All right, husband, I learned something today.
Shut up. We're done. We're done. But until next time, we are out. Deuces.